Journey to Japan.
I'm Roxana Saberi in Hiroshima, a city known to many through history books and images seared into our collective memory. When the U.S. dropped atomic bombs here and on Nagasaki 70 years ago, it led to the quick end of a long war. For people here and across the world, things would never be the same. We traveled here to Japan to learn about the legacy of those fateful days and to look at America's continuing influence on these islands. We begin here in Hiroshima in our conversations with two survivors of the atomic bomb.
It was a bright day with a blue sky, hot and humid like today. Oh, what a nice day.
Setsuko Nakamura Thurlow was 13 when the Enola Gay dropped an atomic bomb on her hometown of Hiroshima, Japan. Thurlow saw a bluish-white flash, and the walls around her came crashing down.
And then I had the sensation of floating in the air. Obviously, the blast just was collapsing the building.
A mile and a half away, Kenji Kitagawa was at school. He was playing the organ before class when he saw the same flash.
It was followed by a bang bang. Then came a huge blast. I hid behind the organ, but all the students by the windows were instantly burned to a crisp.
I realized I was pinned under the collapsed building.
After a while, I regained consciousness. It was pitch dark, and I could hear other students screaming.
Mother, help me. God, help me.
I managed to dig my way out.
By the time I came out, it was burning. That meant most of the girls who were in the same room were burnt to death alive. Of course, I didn't know it was a nuclear weapon at that time.
3 days later, on August 9, 1945, the U.S. dropped another nuclear bomb on Nagasaki. Within a week, Japan surrendered, and World War II was over. 7 decades on, Hiroshima has been rebuilt. So has Kitagawa's school. But in the backyard sits a reminder of its dark past. I asked Kitagawa to explain what it means to him.
It honors the hundreds of students and teachers killed here. After the bombing, there were corpses and bones everywhere. So it's hard for me to come here again. But the fact is that I survived and many others didn't, so it's important for me to come and pray for them.
Does the U.S. owe you and people like you an apology?
That's a normal expectation when somebody does wrong against you. We've waited 70 years. It hasn't happened.
What about the argument that using nuclear weapons on Japan helped end the war sooner and maybe saved hundreds of thousands of lives on both sides?
That's an American myth. It was obvious to many people it was going to end soon because Japan was already incapable of fighting.
Historians debate those points to this day. But Thurlow has spent her life determined that nuclear weapons should never be used again. We first met in April when she was marching to the UN, demanding that countries do more to eliminate nuclear weapons.
We have been telling the world what we experienced, how horrible it is, and so forth, and nothing is happening.
Now, as Japan marks 70 years since the bombs fell, the number of people who can describe their memories of that devastation is dwindling.
I do sometimes feel powerless that the world doesn't really care what happened here. But as long as I have time on this earth, I will keep spreading the word about the dangers of nuclear weapons.
The bombs could be used again if they forget our experiences and the meaning of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.